I know I alerted some people, but not a lot of people. Um, so, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Just trying to adjust. Da-da-da-da-da-da. For those of you who, well, like I said, I'll wait a moment or two. Um, I just gotta find out where I'm at. Hello, everybody. There's 6 of you on here now. Um, golly, gosh, goodness gracious. Um, I'm just trying to find today's video because I want to see what's going on. But I also want to be able to use my tablet to bounce back and forth between viewing comments and reading from my Bible app, because that's what I'm going to focus on today. Today is Sunday, and I want to focus on, hey Nelly, I want to focus on something I think that I need to focus more on, which is taking courage. The reason why I say that is because there are times where I get nervous or not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I end up either not doing things that I know I should be doing, or just being stalemated, being like, I don't want to say lazy, but definitely want to say, um, what my psychiatrist or my therapist once said, task paralysis. And that has a lot to do with not just courage, but it also has to do with my brain chemistry. And I'm hoping tomorrow I can get a hold of um, a therapist or somebody. Um, I'm going to a new place because the other place I went to before, it I needed more hands-on, not just talking into a screen. Because sometimes talking to into a screen, you don't get the full impact of like. I hope that did not affect my volume. In fact, I hope you guys can hear me in general. Um, so I'm pretty sure if you guys couldn't hear me, you would have said something by now. But for me, the things that have been going on lately, the positive changes and affirmations and um, all the good that I'm trying to do around the house. I've got a list of things that need to be done around the house, and I'm hoping once these things get done, that I can be in a more, not just psychological happiness, but physiological happiness, and not getting a sense of overwhelmingness because of the things that need to be done, or all the things that are currently out of place because we're trying to work on several different projects. I, not really several different projects, just some of the projects that we're working on overlap other things. And I mean, I love my wife. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be no change in that. Um, yeah, I'm hoping I stick with my therapy as well. Um, so, I mean, there's just a lot of things that are out of place. And we need to do certain things, put certain things in place so we can do other things. I don't really know how to explain it because it's not just Jerry's method of doing things, which is not normal. I should, yeah, it's not normal for me. It's normal for her because I'm a person who basically picks a room, cleans up that room, And if there's anything that has to be taken out of the room, that item goes either into the room it's supposed to go to, or gets put in a place that we can work with without me being overwhelmed. So it's a different tactic that I'm used to. So it's I guess the only way I can put it really is a learning curve, because it's something out of my normality. But for Jerry, it I guess it's the way it's been for her all her life. So just like she lived in one place all her life to accumulate a lot of memorabilia and stuff like that. I, on the other hand, was raised within the military, so every 3 years we had to move, and we could only have X number of pounds or whatever, uh, that we could take from America to Germany and Germany back. So I never got to accumulate um, any real memorabilia but pictures and maybe some wine glasses and whatnot from Germany. But after my father did retire, I was sort of kind of accumulating toys and playthings. And granted, 9 times out of 10, I ended up breaking them and they had to go in garbage, or because I was not keeping my area clean as a kid, or as a young teenager or whatnot before my dad died. If my dad stepped on it, it was garbage. As simple as that. So we have a different upbringing. So I've had to learn, and Jerry's had to learn how to deal with these things, and I don't want to say it's all on me, because Jerry has her own um, things that she's had to deal with me because of the way I was raised. But now that we're sitting down and talking more about certain things, or what to do with stuff, and what are we going to sell, what we're going to keep type ordeal, which we're doing really good on, and I'm happy for it. I really am happy for it. Because it's no longer a nitpick situation. It's more of like, okay, we've got this object, or we've got these things or clothes or whatever that we don't want or don't fit us no more. Um, or clothing that we've had for so long and that we haven't worn it. And one of the things I learned um, through the internet is, if you haven't worn it in over a year, get rid of it. You're probably not going to wear it again. If it's something you haven't used in a year or a long period of time, why are you holding on to it? It's just collecting dust and grease and grime and whatnot, depending on how close it is to the stove or various rooms in the house. And, so we're learning how to work together a whole lot better than before. Um, we are watching a lady on YouTube that's on Monday through Thursday, and she has like, um, I'm gonna say about an hour and a half to 2 hour long videos, lives of Bible study, prayer, um, that kind of good positive affirmations for me and Jerry. And we're learning a lot, and we're coming together a lot. And in the Bible app that we both have, it's called My Bible. They have various like reading through the Bible, or encouraging things like that. And we found a Bible study um, devotion. I don't know if you call it a Bible study or a devotional, but it's several days long, and you've got to read certain Bible passages, and certain kind of tasks, I guess you'd say. And I can't wait to get into it. We've been putting it off. I don't know why, but I can't wait to get into it. Let's see what you're saying, Nelly. It would do a lot of good to downsize yours and Jerry's things. Sometimes owning too much things isn't the best. I've been donating some. We are doing that, Nelly. We've got a corner or a pile of things that we're going to either um, try to sell via the internet, or yeah, spring cleaning. I've been doing that. I cleaned up a good portion of my kitchen the other day. I'm aiming to do more of it soon. It's just I have to clean. I have to deal with some stuff on the one counter that I don't know where we're going to put it or what we're doing with it, and I'm going to talk to Jerry and work with Jerry about that. But yeah, I started cleaning, spring cleaning. Um, Once I'm done with the kitchen, I'm going to go into a different room and start doing whatever I can. Um, One of the things that me and Jerry talked about, and I don't know if we're going to do it or not because of room sizes, but mom left behind part of her old computer hutch because all she needed was the credenza, which is basically her filing cabinet, and she downsized her desk and left like the part where the computer goes and the side table and storage, like for computer paperwork or whatever. And what I want to do is I want to clean up that room, clean up what she left desk wise, and bring my office down there so I have a little bit more space to um, basically do as I please. I wanted the flat table that she had that was next to the computer. I'm gonna rearrange it so it's on my right side because I'm a righty, and I'm gonna use it for like drafting or setting up books for Bible studies or stuff like that. Um, so I have my own little mini projects. I would like to be able to clean up mom's old bedroom and and do some cleaning and rearranging and take up the old carpet because I'm sorry, mom, your rooms and that hallway smell of nicotine, and the walls are stained. And I'm hoping if I sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that, folks. Right, I'm sorry. Um, but we have to. We I want to clean up. Take some clean. Trying to think of what I was going to use. Basically, the same thing I've been using clean up the cabinets in the kitchen is it's basically a dish soap Dawn and ammonia mixture, and it does great for cutting through grease. So I figured it would help with cleaning up walls, hopefully without pulling without causing the paint to come off. Um, but we've got plans to redo this house, and we're thinking of two different things for the other side of the house. We're thinking of either um, revamping the other house to create what Jerry calls a. Sorry, is the volume cutting in and out? Um, I don't know if that's me or my phone, but we were thinking about taking the other side of the house and turning it into an Arizona room, so we have like a screened-in porch where we can do indoor gardening. We've got a lot of ideas going through our heads about what we can do for the house because um, Nelly, am I still cutting in and out? Um, Jonah, that's right, because I did mention. Okay, hopefully what I just did will work. Like I said, I don't know if that's me or my system or what. I don't know. But well, whether the carpet was ruined or not, Joanne, Jay and I wanted to remove all the carpeting from the house and just put hardwood flooring for because of allergens and dander from the dog and just a lot of different things that get trapped in carpeting um, that could cause health issues for me because of my seasonal allergies and bronchial issues. So it's just more of a health thing than whether it got ruined or not. For those of you who might want to know, I'm drinking English breakfast tea, mostly because I'm a little chilly today. It's cold, rainy, and dank outside, even though I have the curtains open to let in as much sunlight as possible. But for those of you who do follow me and watch me, um, this may or may not be the last live with comments, depending on how well things go. I've been doing vlogs. I'm trying to refocus my vlogs and my energy for not just for myself, but for all intents purposes of um, well, I just feel that I need to reconnect with my Christianity, which even though I know I strayed from my Christianity, my roots were still strong in Christianity. Sorry, I had it's Sunday, so I have alarms going off. Um, so reminders for laundry. Um, we have, I think it's a linoleum or it's a cheaper type of flooring. Oh no, we do it cheaper than that because I mean we get this stuff either on sale or like I said, it's a cheap peel and stick type ordeal. So, um, hey Bluegrass, glad to see you got on. I was actually waiting for you to get in here so I can start. Um, oh, gee, minute Christmas. That was a belch from deep down. Oh, and Sheila's here. Yay! I'm still cutting in and out. Yeah, that's my I don't know if that's my phone or the room that I'm in or because of that last alarm I tried to reset my mic. So, I'm hoping that did the trick. Um so but I'm glad to see you on here, Sheila. I really am. Um now the bluegrass is here. My brain. I left and came back. Okay, yeah. If it's the volume and I tried to fix it, it's not working well. Um, you might have to duck out and come back in. Bluegrass. I hope you saw my emails. I sent you contact information. So if you ever want to talk, um, if you decide to reply in um, th- yeah, if you decide to reply with your contact information, um, I will keep that to myself. Nobody else will have it. Um, so I don't know why Jerry is using. Yeah, I don't know why Jerry's using my. I don't know. I'm sorry. My brain just went what? Um, so yeah, if you're having problems with my me cutting in and out, I'm sorry. If you have to duck out and come back in, um, but I can never tell when my but um, I've been having some technical issues with my equipment lately. I don't know why. That and it's Sunday, and I forgot to turn off all my reminders for laundry, which I will start later on this evening or this afternoon or as soon as I'm done with this. Um, yeah, I, I'm I am I I'm hoping we can keep to our projects too. I'm sorry, my brain just started going. Wait a minute, what? Yeah. So I'm glad my moderators are on. I spoke to Nelly um, via text message earlier. Um, so yeah. All right. Jesse with 3 eggs. I don't know what that means. Somebody else might. Yep. 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 All right. Let's see if I can do this because sometimes I have difficulty. Um, but like I was saying earlier, I want to get into more Bible studies. I might not do it on live right here. I will probably do it later on. Live right now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to get into explaining how things are right now and what I'm trying to move towards because I am becoming happier every day. Things are changing. There are some days where I just kind of get lethargic, and I don't know if that's the weather because the weather has been good day, good, like 2 or 3 good days, and then one gloomy day, and then 3 rainy days, and then back to being a gloomy day, and then a couple nice warm sunny days. This week looks like we're gonna have one day that gets up to 82 with chances of showers, and then the rest of the week is chances of showers or overcast in lower temperatures. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay, great. Oh, okay. Yeah, that happens a lot. Bluegrass with the phone wanting to turn off and be a pain in the butt. Um, so I can understand that. Yes, Sheila, I'm taking small steps because um, I don't, I can't, if I rush too much, I get confused and turn around and All those fun things. I guess Jessica was making some noise that Jerry didn't like, which is fine. I asked Jerry to keep the negativity down, um, so that's what she's doing. Yes, I'm hoping once I get into a therapist that will help me. So I got I downloaded the app for the I downloaded the app for the dentist's office so I can get any updates or any information through them, and they're the same people that does the behavioral health works. So that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to getting into. Um, yeah, unfortunately, Jerry was not feeling all that great, so I don't know if she's going to do a live or a vlog. Um, one of the Jerry, stop me if I start going too far. One of the reasons we stopped doing lives for the most part is because of too many people jumping into her live or my live that were negative, and it was just causing too much issues for both of us. So we opted to just start doing blogs and not have to deal with the bickering or anything like that during lives. Um, it was like crazy. Uh, let's see. Sheila, when the sun is shining, make sure you get out and get some sun. It's amazing how. Oh, I know. When the sun is nice and shiny, I usually, when I take Oreo outside for her potty breaks, or when she wants to go outside, I have a chair that I might have to get rid of because it's being taken over by honeybees, the little guys. Um, I sit on it and they come out like, what's going on, you know? But I do enjoy going out there in the sun when it's nice and not too hot, not too humid, just nice, cool, sunny um, weather. I will go out there. Um, yeah, I mean, fresh pollinated air. I'd be probably sneezing a lot, but yeah, I know what you mean, bluegrass. Um, it, you know, the last therapist that I talked to, which was via Telegram or I forgot what the program was or what it was, but it was over the phone, which I at first it was okay, but then I was like I need more like I don't know. I think a part of me was starting to close off. Other parts of me was like, I just don't know. Like sometimes I'd get off and I'd be fine and dandy, and then other times I would be like, I don't know what to do with this information. It doesn't. I don't know, but blah, 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 blah. Yeah, yeah. I know I need to find one that clicks with me. Um, you know what? If I could find a good Christian therapist that can intertwine Christianity with ADD issues, with anxieties and bipolarism, I would be more than happy to go to somebody like that. Your nerves are shot out. Why are your nerves shot out? Yeah, I that's one of the reasons, Sheila, that I'm asking all my moderators to try to keep the negativity to a zero, um, because I'm too easily influenced by things, and the less influence of negative things, the better off I'm going to be. Um, Granted, I know not everything can be positive and hunky dory. There's a big wide world out there with a lot of negative energy. It's just, if I don't have it bombarding me when I'm pouring myself out to people, I'd be better off. Because I mean, a lot of the negativity outside of my home, I know once I get home, it will dissipate. Um, so yeah, I'd like to go back to lives. Yeah, I would like to go back to lives as long as I can keep um, as much of the negativity out as possible, because that was my big problem, was all these people who were coming on um, my lives that were just like, no, no, I don't want to deal with these people, you know. And I sit outside and read. I've got ebooks, so I could read on my tablet. But sometimes, depending on what I'm reading, I need like a pen and paper to jot down notes. Yes, Bluegrass, God is good. Um, and He is truly great. Oh, speaking about something about God, um, did you guys get the chance to watch that miniseries House of David? Oh man, that was like a very powerful miniseries, and I hope they come up with a part two, because they haven't really gotten deep into David's story. They just got like the tip of the iceberg. Um, my wife and I watched it and we loved it, and we're like, part one, where's part two? When is part two coming out? So you know, um, it was a very good movie. Sophie, hi Jim. Hope all is well. You look and sound positive. I feel very positive, and I'm trying to stay that way. Um, Minus the gloomy weather outside with overcast and rain, and well, rain was this morning, but currently overcast. I'm not letting that bug me, because sorry, my glasses were starting to get fogged up. But even with the weather phenomenons and me being sensitive to that stuff, um, I'm trying not to let it drag me down, because even though today's Sunday and Jerry Ann and I usually rest on Sundays, I am I'm wanting to do stuff. I feel energized. Unlike yesterday. Yesterday I felt like a lump. Um, I I feel like I got enough energy today to, accomplish a couple things, and I figured, I rested yesterday. Um, if I take it slowly, I can probably get a few things done around the house, and then later on this evening, rest and cook and enjoy my evening with my wife. Which is something that we now schedule. We schedule a period of time in the evening time, and we call it family time, where we just sit back, relax, watch a movie together. Um, because the way Jerry's brain works, and the way my brain is starting to work again, yay, it's starting to function for the most part when it wants to. We sit back and we watch TV shows while earning, well, I don't know if it's earning or having fun playing games that give us points. I don't know how the system works, but it's fun, and it's even more fun because it's like you're earning some stuff, or earning points towards, we don't go to Starbucks anymore, but like stuff like that. Let's see here. Um, Bernadette. No, Benchura. Benchira. Sorry. I don't know why I called you Bernadette, but Benchira. I'm glad to see you and Jerry Ann are doing better day by day. Yes, day by day. Day by day. Therapy takes time and consistency, Jim. You have to devote yourself to it. Yeah. Um, I yeah, you're right there, Sheila. I do need to devote myself to it. Just like I need to devote myself to the Bible and really hold on to that. Um, well, make my breakfast as long as things stay positive and there's no bickering or being forceful about questions that I do not want to deal with. That was one of the issues I had in the past. Too many people asking me questions that was basically none of the business. I'm gonna use um, that word from Moana, Nanya. Um, yes, grief can be very stressful and cause a lot of anxiety. I know this from previous experiences due to um, deaths in my family in my time. Let's see here. Jerry, we are depending on you to help Jim on his journey towards finding his happy attitude and feelings. Um, make my breakfast. There is no reason why they shouldn't do lives. Things get nuts sometimes, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah. Nelly, I get that for sure. I was just going off of his video where he said there were taking a break. Um, I am pushing. Basically, um, Jerry Ann wanted me to do was suggesting to do a vlog instead of a live, but I told Nelly and I told Jerry if we can keep the negativity to a minimum and questions I don't want to answer to a minimum, um, I will do lives. But like I said, I will not tolerate, and this is something for all my moderators, I will not tolerate any negativity because it is unnecessary, it's stressful, it causes more problems than it's worth. So that's one of the reasons why this is kind of a test live. Um, it was really good. It's on Prime. Yeah, yeah. The David, if you have Amazon Prime. Bluegrass. I FaceTime mine. I'm guessing you're talking about your family. Um, so yeah. Make my breakfast. I'm sorry if I sound harsh. It wasn't meant that way. Yeah, Nelly is not a harsh person because she's too good at heart unless you push her the wrong way. The Book of David, which is on Prime, was a mini series. Eight. Um, there was like eight in the series, and they ended it right after David. Sorry, spoiler alert. Right after David beheaded Goliath, and then they ended it, and then it said continue part two or something like that. And I'm like, win! So yeah, it was a good one. Yes, David did write a lot of psalms. Um, read the therapist interviews online. That is how I met mine. Okay. I'll have to do that. My aunt and my pop now bring being sick in a private matter. I understand that. I wish the best for your aunt and your father. Um, it's hard to see a family member um, who has a sickness, whether it's a long term or short term. I mean, I still, excuse me, I still have concerns and worries towards Jerry because even though her cancer is not being a huge issue, it's still there. I worry that it will get worse, or I worry that it will cause other problems. Um, and so it's one of those like still on the back burner, but yeah, I worry about it. Yes, I. That's why I would prefer to go to a therapist or psychologist in person because not only does it give me more feedback from I sorry this is going to go into a supernatural realm or whatever. Um, I can get feedback without even the therapist talking, just by their mood or their attitude towards whatever I'm telling them. Um, make my breakfast true. Um, True in person if you have the time. Well, right now, since I don't have a job, even though I am looking, I have all the time in the world. Um, Becky, haven't seen. I might have seen you earlier. I don't know. Are you able to share a name of games? I would love to do that too. Actually, it's an app that you download. Jerry would have to tell you what that is because I'm not sure. But it's an app that you download, and then once you download that, they give you various games that you can play. Right now, I'm playing Solitary Yahtzee, and it's a water. You gotta fill up a vial with the same color of water. You might have to move it around. But like I said, Jerry could tell you better because I don't remember all that often. So, um, I've done on FaceTime and in person. It's just so different and better in person. Yeah, it is. Um, I do remember when I was going to see psychiatrists back after my family tragedy, and I needed to go see a therapist. Um, but she was a psychiatrist, and then not too long ago, here in Missouri, I was seeing a therapist via tele, and I tell you what, seeing a psychiatrist in person um, is a whole lot better because you don't have to worry about time lapse or digital failure or weather or stuff like that. Yeah. Sheila, I don't know if you can read. I don't know how well you're reading, Jerry, but um, Sheila is just now saying that make my breakfast is right. That therapy in person is better. Um, and it does get me out of the house for a little while. Yeah, it does. Um, Sometimes I get out of the house and just drive around. Sometimes I get out of the house and go see how mom's doing, because personally, just looking at her in person, I feel that she needs somebody to bulk up on, cook for her, because she only gets one meal unless she goes to the main building, and she's not gonna go to the main building all the time for breakfast or dinner, which worries the heck out of me. Um, and that's all I'm gonna say about mom. I realized that I was talking about mom, and I'm like, wait a minute, we're not supposed to talk about that. But Bluegrass is saying, trust in the Lord with all your might. Lean not on your own understanding, and He will direct your path. Oh, that's beautiful, Bluegrass. Thank you for putting that out. Um, I actually got a whole bunch of Bible verses written down uh, on a pad of paper on my desk that I am going to be reading to myself and possibly sharing in a vlog, because that's what I'm. What channel for David? That would be on Prime if you have Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it on your Amazon Fire Stick. If not, I don't know if any other channel has it. So I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Jerry answered it. I thought I did too, but I don't know. Man's discovery of Nunya business. Um, Sorry, I had to repeat that. I think it's one of the funniest lines off of Moana. Um, God is great, and I'm sure He will shine the way for both of you. Praying for both of you. I'm sure He's got this. Um, Rios, I think that's how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry, I am bad with names. Used to be able to pronounce every kind of name um, to a certain point. Kaya. Um, every night is a good night to be with your love. Yes, it is, Bluegrass. It is. Um, well, anybody who's read about David knows what happened. It's just the visualization of the whole story. Um, Something I mean, I loved watching the first part. I'm waiting for the second part because they did a really great job of visualization and the Hebrew singing and David playing on his harp, you know. So yeah, Bluegrass is saying, Jerry, I know you love Jim. He needs slack to get his act together. He will be happier growing in Jesus. Will help big time. Um, Bluegrass should actually. I've been getting a lot of slack, so that's great. But thank you for the support. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, I think you'd like it if you watched it. I mean, the the God, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for. I don't know. Some grief means to last forever. Yes, and unfortunately, I still have moments of grief from I was 15, so 30 plus years ago. You know, but it's not forgetting the grief or the incident. It's being able to deal with it and get over it so it does not take control of our lives, so that we feel paralyzed by the grief. Um, yeah, Pops had a funny way of like narrating Bible movies. Um, it was kind of fun yet like okay, wait a minute. Um, okay, there we go. Playtest Pro. You earn points towards points that turn into cash. And you don't. Then you know what's nice about that game or that program? You're not putting in anything in it except for your time and effort. You're not putting any cash into it. Um, Therapist Gym FaceTime. Yeah. Um, no, that is easy kidding. Um, yeah. Um, Sheila says, "You worry about yourself, Jim. I know you worry about your mom, but just pray for her and don't discuss her on here." You're right, Sheila. That's what I should be doing. Yeah, my dad was. My dad was. My dad, as a child, was no not only my teacher but my rock and my shield, and he wasn't above Jesus, but I'm pretty sure they would have gotten along. Uh, Excuse me. Combination of tears of happiness and crud in my eye, especially my left eye. Good old allergies. I hate this time of year, but I love this time of year. I love this time of year because of um, the flowers, the irises we have outside that we transplanted from New York are in bloom, and we've got a couple of them that are in full bloom, and we got a couple new ones just barely popping up. And um, I sent a picture to Nellie because I know how she likes flowers, and you know, uh, mhm. Hold on. Yes, I did listen to a bluegrass. Um, and I found a number of your emails in um, Gmail. So I'm watching out for them now. I just have to swipe the left all the garbage, all the ads and stuff like that. Um, I had footprints. I used to have these little like cards that my cousin gave me, and you can find them in Christmas, not Christmas. You can find them in Christian stores, and they have all different ones. And I used to have footprints until I wore that thing to pieces. Now I just have to find a new one, um, so I can have it in my wallet. So, excuse me. Um, so if anybody wants to send me footprints, it's fine. Otherwise, I don't think I have a Christian bookstore in town anymore. I would have to either go online to the online Christian stores or take a trip to either Springfield or St. Louis for a Christian bookstore and get one. Let's see here. I don't know if she's playing it, Nelly, but I know she memorized. She's got a lot of different songs, mostly memorized in her brain. I wish I had Jerry's brain sometimes because it remembers a lot of stuff. I have to have a multitude of notepads or audio notes or stuff like that. Oh, not harp, lyre. Okay, it's a lyre. I couldn't remember. Thank you, Jerry. Mons, I gotta walk away. My dog needs me. See you later, Bluegrass. Um, one way or another. I'll back in a few. That's great. Hopefully, I'll be still. Hopefully, I'll still be on. I don't know. Not harp, lyre. Yeah. Okay. Make remember. Jerry, I promise I say this with kindness and not negativity all at all. When Jim goes to in-person therapy, please don't ask him to discuss it with you. My husband never asks me questions. Make my breakfast. Sometimes she doesn't ask. I just spill the beans. Especially if I feel it's something that is helpful towards both of us or for both of us. But yeah, um, there will be some stuff that I will keep to myself. And yeah, she doesn't ask me much. She might ask me how things were, but she won't like push. She used to do that when I came home from work. It was like, "How was your day?" And sometimes it'd be like, "I don't want to talk about it," and she wouldn't push. And sometimes I would be like, you know, "Here's how it was." Um, ooh, mm, excuse me. Oh, thanks, Nelly. Um, yeah, unfortunately, this time of the year, it's funny because it's like it will bug me during the beginning of spring until the wind like blows out all the leaf mold or pollen, um, and then in the fall it will kick in again because the seasonal pollinization and whatnot, and then of course leaf mold. But middle of summer and most all of winter, I don't have allergy problems. It's just seasonal, which is crazy. Um, those purple irises are, yeah. I've got to share that on a vlog or the community page. I am really happy that um, Jerry transplanted them to here. Um, Nelly got gorgeous photo. Oh yeah, I got go. Yeah, I've got a couple of the irises with raindrops on them. Um, the irises, not they're not really separated. They're just um, they're blooming differently. It's like I've got a couple of them that are in full bloom, and a couple of them that are just little, little bitty buds. You can barely see the tip of the flower popping out. Um, yeah, I know nothing's wrong with. Oh, okay. I have to. We have to find one of those so I can have that. Um, because I really want that. Okay. Oh, bluegrass. Audrey photos are my hobby. Oh man, I have to send you some of these irises we have because I don't know what kind they are. Um, but they're really beautiful. Yeah, David was a man after God's own heart. Oreo does that too. When I let her out, she'll try to chase after the robins, but because of her line, she can't get to them, and they always fly off before she even gets near them. And we actually have, and I think I have a photo of it. There's a pair of robins who are building a nest in the center column of our carport, and it's inside the carport, so it's like shielded from the weather. And I just can't wait until they actually have chicks, because I don't know what it is about robin chicks and the sounds they make. Um, the only thing I'm worried about is the bully birds, the starlings, or what do they call it? I just call them bully birds. Um, don't try to chase them off or hurt the babies, because that's the last thing and that would be the last time I let those little buggers nest where they do. I'll find a way to cover up that spot. But sundrop flowers. Never heard of those. Oh, the pansies. Come up every year. Cool. Nice. Oh, that's great, Bluegrass. To win a camera in a contest, that's awesome. Hello, Redhead Storm. Glad to see you. Okay, Now, I figured you were doing caps for Jerry. Uh, Excuse me, my nose is acting up. I wonder if I should turn it. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I had an alarm just go off. I should have turned the dang alarm off. Um, wow, it's 2 o'clock. How long have I been on here? Jerry, how long have I been on live? Oh, so it started an hour ago. Okay. Really? Wow. Okay. Um, that's great. Parentals. So now you guys are talking out of my language, because I don't know flowers. I just know about the irises. That's how good I am with flowers. Oh, and dandelions. Yeah, I love music too. I mean, I'm kind of eclectic. About the only music I really don't like is rap. Except for Eminem's one song from the movie 8 Mile. Otherwise, I'm not into that kind of music. I'll listen to country, bluegrass, um, not really into jazz, folk music, pop music, some rock and roll. Uh, got my favorite bands, both Christian and non-Christian. So um, funeral flowers. Oh, mm, to me, funeral flower would be like a lily. Um, but you talking about the Missouri state flower or New York state flower? 'Cause I don't even know what Missouri state flower is. Um, yes, yes. Especially robins. I love robins. I don't know why. I just something about robins. Um, I have to see a picture to see what Black Eyed Susan looks like. Yeah, deer have a fun way of going and picking on things that we want them to leave alone. Glad to see you too, Redhead. Brown eyes. See, like I said, you guys are talking about flowers, and I'm way out of my like. What? Um, yeah, we're thinking, or I'm thinking, that if we start doing outside gardening, we're gonna put like raised garden bed with like a greenhouse, so the deer can't eat any of the things that we're growing unless they're breaking down the greenhouse. Um, so the reason why bluegrass is or was typing in caps is it makes it easier for Jerry Ann to see what's being written. Um, so yeah, Nelly, my rock and roll is like ZZ Top, White Snake, um, some Twisted Sister, but not a lot. Actually, the Twisted Sister I listened to was from the Iron Eagle soundtrack because back when I was a teenager, most of my rock and roll and whatnot came from various soundtracks from various movies like Top Gun, Iron Eagle, Dirty Dancing. There's just a few off the top of my head. Um, but yeah, I mean, I like the old music. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Elvis, but like Tom Hanks was considered more country or what they were calling rockabilly back then. Um, I did listen to some Beatles music because mom was into the Beatles and I didn't mind it. Um, so it's like, yeah, I have my different types of music. I will send you some of the pictures of the flowers that I took recently. Um, most music from the 70s, yes, I did listen to that. Then I did listen to 80s music, especially in high school, um, late 80s basically, because it was being played on the bus in the morning time. So I listened to a lot of different music then. I mean, I was listening to like um, Simply Irresistible, a couple Madonna songs, some Cyndi Lauper songs, um, ZZ Top, things like that. Nope, no trouble in my chat. That's great because that's what I want. I don't need trouble. Yeah, I see that there's 105 people here, or at least 105 watching. Don't know. Well, I know those of you guys who are talking the way you are definitely supporting me. Um, okay. Um, but yeah, bluegrass. I will try to send you pictures via your email, and Nelly, I will send you some more of those some of those pictures with with the flowers via messenger or messages or whatever. Sorry. Um, yeah, 106 people, no problems, thankfully. Um, Jay, I hope you can see some of the things that are being written. If not, let me know because I have not been reading out loud. Um, I'm not really looking at the time for some reason. Probably because of the fact that I'm trying to remain like not rushed. Um, uh, brother, I'm happy you like me happy. I don't like the upset, chaotic, negative side of my personality that much. Oh, excuse me. My living room is getting cold. I'm gonna have to change my Dyson to heat here in a little bit. Yep, my alarm's gonna keep on going off every few minutes until I shut it off. Um, and yes, it is a reminder. Otherwise, I will forget to check laundry. Um, so, um, uh, yeah, I see that, Jerry. I'm. You know what? Let the people who support me and whatnot give me a thumbs up. Those who don't, that's fine and dandy. Um, I don't need everybody to like me. I just need people not to be so negative. Um, well, it depends on the songs, um, or stuff like that. If I like it or not. But I'm not like a heavy metal, hard rock type not meathead. Um, I forgot what they were calling themselves back then. Jim, you should do a vlog on Friday of some of the things you learned during your weekly Bible study that spoke to you. Now, that's a good idea. I mean, instead of like doing a Bible study every day or a Bible study vlog every day, do a Friday evening vlog about the different Bible verses that I read that speaks to me directly. Because there's a lot of them out there. Or maybe, well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's a good idea. Country, Christian, old classic rock. Yeah, I like all three of those. Bluegrass. You know. Now I don't know if you'd call it classic rock or country or rockabilly, but my father and I loved Johnny Cash. Loved Johnny Cash. Um, so yeah. Yes, girls just want to have fun. Yep. I had that on my list of songs to listen to. I like listening to certain kinds of music when I'm working around the house, and usually it's a mixture of classic rock, Cyndi Lauper, um, Moody Blues, Fleetwood Mac, um, Third Day, um, and a couple other different Christian artists or bands, as well as my Nordic music. Um, and it keeps me going. It keeps me running. Um, yeah, I think what was it? My aunt, she was an Elvis fan, but my mom was a Beatles fan. Um, but I was not a big fan of Elvis. I do like some of the um, Beatles music. In fact, there's one song that I could swear they must have been high or something like that when they did Yellow Submarine. Because when I listen to it, I'm like, Okay, yeah, these guys were high. Um, yes, yes, a lot of music is influenced from our teens, at least for me, and some of the other music was just because the Christian music was, well, they were inspirational songs. They were good songs and whatnot. The Nordic folk music or rock from the two bands that I listened to is because of my interest in my heritage. You know, both Tyr, and that's Tyr, or Brothers in Metal. Most of their music, yeah, it's got rock, but it's also got traditional instruments and whatnot. And most of their music is inspired by Nordic or Norse or Scandinavian beliefs or stuff like that. Um, but it's also like it's fun, you know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Um, just concentrate on those that are supporting you. That's exactly what I do. I concentrate on that which supports me, whether it's my wife, um, my people here on YouTube, my studies, um, things that I want to do or am doing. You know, that's what I'm going to be focused. Um, all right, I'm going to skip over a bunch of guys. I'm sorry because it is getting to 2:15, and I have projects that I want to try to do plus laundry. I'm just um, skimming over some of your comments. Um, yes, Eagles was a good one. I listened to the Eagles as well. Um, Chris Stefflin. I don't know that artist. Bluegrass. Redhead. Thank you for saying that. She just said, "Jim, you seem good today. Has life been better for you? Are you staying on the gym path?" Um, yes. Life has been better lately. Things have been getting better. I am staying on a path that will help me out and work for me. Um, Jerry is incorporated in that because I don't know if I've said it before or what. One, I take my wedding vows very seriously, very very seriously. Um, Two, um, she has taught me a lot more than just about anybody else. Yeah, I'm gonna say just about anybody, just about everybody um, that I've come to. I mean, her father was a great teacher, but Jerry got me on the road and taught me how to drive without being nervous or anything like that. And we've learned a lot of cooking together, and there's a lot of stuff that we've learned together. And um, not only am I taking my wedding vows seriously, but the one thing that we were lacking and we are working on is our communication, being not only willing but able and not afraid to communicate from our hearts. And I think that is like very important to me, and it's important to any relationship that is going to last. And I want mine to last. So we're working on that. We're working as a team, like a couple, a married couple should do. Metalhead, okay. However, but you do have quite a few hair brand. Yeah, I know. I have a quite a few hair. Um, so that was to remind me to water the plants, which I did earlier. But let's see here. We we are going to be starting the Bible studies hopefully tonight, depending on how Jerry Ann feels, because right now she's under the weather. But we did watch. You weren't. I don't know if you were here when we were talking about it. We did watch the House of David, which was on Prime for Easter, and we enjoyed it thoroughly. And of course, we're like, when is part two coming? So yeah, we're going to be doing. Um, um, well, I'm going to go ahead and say the lady's name because she's got plenty of moderators to keep the negative stuff out. There's a lady that comes on Monday through Thursday. Her YouTube channel is called The Booted Chick. And she comes on like, I don't know if it's 9 a.m. Well, Jerry would know better, but she comes on in the mornings. You can go back and watch her lives on YouTube. And she's a phenomenal lady. She takes prayer requests and does prayer with these requests on live. She does Bible studies on live. She does quite a lot of biblical type things online, live, or on YouTube live. So you can look for her. She might be somebody that clicks with you. You know, she might not be. Um, let's see here. Oh yes, the Sergeant Pepper band or album. Yeah, yeah. I think when they did that recording, they were a little on the wacky weed. Nordic music is depending on who you're listening to. Like the two bands that I listen to, like Tyr, Tyr. They have some like pretty there. It's really interesting music. There's one particular song that some people might go, that's a little wrong, but they're kind of rockish, more rock band than folk because they don't use folk instruments. But the other group that I listen to, which is called Band Brothers in Metal, is what they're called, and they do a lot of use a lot of folk music instruments and sing about different Nordic type topics, like the Nordic deities or just how Vikings could be, and it to me it's good. I mean, I don't listen to it for the telling of um, um, telling of the different characters in Norse mythology. That's how I'm going to put it because that's what I think of it as now. I don't think of it as worshiping anything. Um, what I might do one day, Redhead is granted they're not going to allow me to monetize it, but there may be one song from each band that I might play just to let you get a taste of the Nordic music. Um, oh, yeah, I didn't I haven't started it yet. Um, but yeah, I might throw a Norse song or two, just so you guys can hear it. I'll pick something that's more um, mellow than hardcore or with certain words. Oh, I'm pretty sure she will once we find those cards. Um, Sheila. Sorry, I didn't say your name. Um, oh yeah, Peyton Parrish as well. I'm sorry. Thank you, Jerry. Oh, I am sorry. I forgot Peyton Parrish. Peyton Parrish would probably be the most mild out of all of them. Um, well, um, make my breakfast. I just made scrambled eggs and basically what we call egg scramblers. Basically, it's like I'll cook some breakfast sausage, cut it up, scramble some eggs, mix eggs, cheese, and the broken up sausage or chopped up sausage into the frying pan and just cook it like that. You know, and that was breakfast this morning. Dinner tonight is going to be something with chicken. I don't know if I'm just going to make like. Oh, I think I want to take that chicken stir fry recipe from my class and make that. Um, I don't plan on canceling any more appointments because they're too important. I'm gonna. Whoa, I'm gonna skip down to the bottom because I need to get off. All right, oh, I'm sorry, Nelly. Um, no, go ahead, Redhead. Go ahead and say your good news, and then I'll probably get off. And by the way, Nelly, you can come on down anytime you want to and enjoy food. Um, as soon as the house is fixed up and we get things settled, the more the merrier. Um, Jerry and I do cook together, but for the most part, because Jerry cannot stand at the stove for too long, I do most of the cooking. She does a lot of the prep. She does a lot of help with prep. She's my sous chef, prep chef. I don't know what they're called now, but yeah, that might be a good idea, Jerry. So I have to go over there and pick up our dishes from Easter dinner. Um, to be honest with everybody, um, once I once the house is done and settled, I send everybody a open invite to visit. Um, whether you decide to take a trip this way or um, just want to get away from home, maybe you're sick and tired of winter and want to see uh, a blizzardless winter, a Missouri winter, which ain't much compared to you guys who live in upper New York or anywhere near the Great Lakes. Oh, well, congratulations there, Redhead. I'm happy for you. I mean, I God did not grace my wife and I with children, but we have lived vicariously through other people and their kids, and I kind of know the joy of seeing those kids grow up and become good people. I'm not going to name names because none of them are grandparents yet, well, except for my one sister-in-law. But you know, to see in-laws' kids grow up, get married, have successful lives, um, it's a blessing, even just by that means. Yep, that's what it sounds like, Jerry. That Sheila's going to be a great grandmother, or not Sheila, Redhead. I am sorry, my just grandma. Okay. Oh, I see. Well, if you want to sleep in a tent, Nelly, that's fine and dandy. But the house is open. You know, might have to set up like you're sleeping outside, but house is going to be open. Um, but I'm happy for you, Red. Um, best wishes to you and your daughter. And I'm going to go ahead and sign out because it's 2:30. I got things that I need and want to do around the house. Yeah, bring that paint. Yeah, bring that incredible painting skill. um, we may have some rooms to paint, but I am going to make it a great week. I am excited for the week ahead because of a lot of the plans that I want to start working on, a lot of things that I want to do. Hopefully, get an appointment with a therapist, and all those things. And I am going to focus and do what I need to do. Um, hopefully, well, not hopefully, because I know it will be there, but by the grace of God, things will continue going up and get better. So until next time, maybe a Monday vlog, I will see you then. And till then, enjoy your week ahead and have a good time. Bye. Oh, I gotta do that.